Jacob Oulanyah's Muyenga home was filled with guests and family who came together to celebrate his life. Oulanyah's death was announced on Sunday. Many spoke about the Oulanyah they knew in a professional or personal capacity. Dr. Opiyo Oloya, who is a teacher and scholar in Canada, narrated the time he spent with his friend, whom he also referred to as brother.
He was at the University of Washington Hospital. That is where he was getting care. It was on Saturday, the 19th of February, that I finally went to the hospital. And I went prepared. All day Saturday, we talked, we laughed, we told stories.
And then he cleared the air on the cause of death.
If anybody could fight for life, Jacob fought hard. But it was not to be. Jacob died of natural causes. I'm going to repeat this. My brother died of natural causes.
When DP President Norbert Mao took the microphone, he described their rowdy days with Oulanyah at university where they engineered a student strike.
I don't think anybody got the kind of physical beating Jacob got on 10th December 1990, International Human Rights Day. I walked up. He was still walking. It is not true that he fainted there. He was walking down. So I asked him, what's happening? I need to go and see. Then he said, Pelare. In Acholi, it means it's impossible. I learned later that he collapsed when he reached the hall of residence. Fortunately, he was rescued and taken to hospital. I went to see Jacob in hospital. He had to undergo emergency surgery. And many of you did not know that Jacob lived for these 33 years almost without a spleen. They cut off his spleen to save his life. And the pancreas, yeah. It was an emergency surgery, but he went through all that pain.
Several other speakers had a plethora of descriptions for Oulanyah, but one stood out. He was a fighter.
He was quality, he was dependable, he had the competence to be a speaker. He put the bar very high.
This is a person you engage and talks to you in a manner that brings the best out of you.
Jacob was a loyal friend. Generosity.
But this partly explained what many called a hidden fact, that none of them knew what exactly ailed Oulanyah.
But even at that moment on February 19th, all day long, I did not know what my brother was suffering from, except that he was in the cancer ward.
Oulanyah was in a lot of pain from the time. Now when I talked to my friends, brothers, I said, you know, your friend was in a lot of pain, really pain, from the time of when you were being swollen. But he kept it to himself, and I had no right to ask him.
Jacob knew how to suffer quietly, and that's the most annoying thing. And that's what annoyed the Chief Justice so much, and the Chief Justice had to come and quarrel with Jacob as if Jacob was a teenager.
For others, like Agriculture State Minister Bright Rwamirama, there is no reason for complaint on how much government spent on treating the fallen speaker.
I was very heartened when I heard people talking of 17 billion for treating Right Honorable Oulanyah. What is 17 billion? We know people who have been treated with government money and they have offered no value.
The night was also colored with some of Oulanyah's favorite praise and worship songs. Walter Mwesije, NTV.